Prairie, sorry, that's the Isle of Dawn done. Now we do the Daylight Prairie. So there's obviously one right here, which is not new, but they moved it. It used to be at the exit to the butterfly fields. Don't know why they moved it. And there should be, if memory serves me, 2 in the next section. 1 in a cave on the left as we exit, or enter, I should say. And then 1 atop the mound, which we'll see in a second. Yeah, there's 1 up there. Used to be 1 in the exit over there, but that one they moved. In fact, I've already got that one now. That's not the most helpful place to position yourself. Heading next to the Prairie Caves, I think they're called. And there's 2 in there. So I need to actually get charged up. And there's 1 over here to the left of the entrance, up in that hole in the wall. And the next one is straight ahead of me. Then we head to Prairie Peaks for 3 more. And I strongly recommend doing the Prairie Peaks with at least 55 wings. Used to be 75, but then I found out I could do it with 55. And in my opinion, 2 of the wings here are, I'm going to say, the 2 hardest to get. And I typically do them in the same order. There's 1 in, I can't remember what this area is called that I'm heading towards. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to get this particular wing solo if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, if you're new and you've looked it up online, you could be in a bit of trouble. Because you have to go all the way to the top of that spire. And here's the problem. You can get to the top of the spire, but that's not where the wing is. The wing that you want is up there. And so you can see the problem. How do you get up there? Well, fortunately, people have carefully put down these recharge stations. If you didn't know this was here, you would be in trouble at this point. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you would have to leave it last, I think. This is what I used to do. This would be the last wings that I would get. And I can never remember entirely where it is, but it's there. Yep, there we go. I'm trying to remember the first time I did that, or attempted it even. It was frustrating. Now this next one, in some ways, is actually more doable, because we're going to have to climb up through the clouds. And yes, I know I bunny hop a lot. This is a consequence of running wingless accounts solo. It's how you get around. And for some reason, it becomes sort of second nature to bunny hop rather than fly. And did I want to? Yes, I did. Couldn't remember if I was going the right way for a second. I mean, yeah, you could recharge on the light blooms, but I do remember back in the early days of playing, I did tend to be extremely careful with my light levels and wing levels. And so my inclination is still here to keep my light levels at maximum as much as possible. Show off. But we are heading up there, and you can see if you have somebody piggyback you with a I need to go over there really. If you have someone piggybacking you, they can light a candle and keep you recharged. Of course, that makes it much easier, but solo, I know how I do it, which is what I'm doing. And yes, I should have flown up to the clouds, but as I say, when you get I find when you get used to running wingless, the bunny hop tends to become your default. And so the basic trick is you basically fly up the clouds. If I were attempting to speed run this, and I think there is a speed run time for collecting the wings, but I think it's, I want to say something like 45 minutes or something ridiculous, but I think it was, they allowed glitches, so they would fly under the terrain using, chibi falling. And so there we go. Straightforward enough. I remember the first times I attempted this. Oh, that was not fun. Yeah, like then. I just messed that up quite badly. Right, and now we head to the Jolly Geologist's Cave for the third one. And I generally try and do them in order, because that way I'm less likely to forget. Which is not a guarantee that I won't forget, just less likely. And I could flap through this actually. But I like this flight down. It's rather nice. You know, that posture must be hard on their back and neck. It makes my neck ache just looking at it. Oh, and I just headed off in the wrong... Did I? Hang on. I thought I was heading the right way. Oh, please don't tell me I got lost. I got so absorbed in... Yes, I went the wrong way. I got so absorbed looking at the view, I forgot where I was going. In my defense, I've already done one nearly 2.5 hour live stream today, so it's entirely possible my brain is not as functional as it normally is, insofar as it can ever be said to be functional. Grab this one, and then the quickest way back is to go home. And then come back the way we came. So now we're heading for the area known as the village. I think it's called the village. Don't know why it's called the village. Didn't have to go home and come back, of course. I could have gone through the entrance cliffs in Prairie Peaks, taken the boat back to the caverns, and then exited into the area ahead of us through the caverns, but this is quicker, arguably. So here we have, hang on, 1, 2, 3, I think it's 3, one straight ahead of us, which you can see, one off to our immediate left, and then there's one behind the hill there, and then we have to go to the 8-player puzzle. And then from the 8-player puzzle up to the temple. Now the main problem here, of course, is getting this door open. Oh. Oh no! Come on! Alright, so it is generally possible to get through this by simply dashing backwards and forwards. But it can take a while. There we go. Easier, of course, if you have an alt account with you. Next one behind the hill here. So now we head for the 8-player puzzle, which is going to be... Well, it tends to be... Well, no, I was going to say, it tends to be either frustrating or quick. Because we've got 2 sets of puzzles to get through, and nobody's gone through here, so... Fortunately, there are other players around, and hopefully some of them are going to be wanting to do this. Earlier, there was a complete dearth of players. Couldn't see a single one, but we have a few here. So hopefully one of them's going to come this way. I don't know if dashing backwards and forwards really works with this. Oh. Hopefully they're going to come down the chimney. Yes, so good. Oh, you're joking. Somebody on another server seems to have opened the door, possibly. Either that or the thing just glitched. And if those who... Oh no, this is not... You haven't seen me do too many wing runs. In fact, I think this is only the second one I've streamed. Yes. I always seem to end up coming around to this side so that I can flap up and flap in the direction of one of the mounds I want. And hopefully nobody feels like trolling us is a good idea today. By the way, the honk that this player is doing, completely useless. Nobody outside can hear you. Nobody can come in and assist in response to that honk, so it's a complete waste of time. It also, despite popular myth, does not encourage a server merge. So your only thing you can really do is stand here and wait. You can get the 2 at the temple without coming through here, but there's one here, so you might as well grab it. Oh, we're getting there. 7. Please, nobody go to sleep. Oh, we got one asleep. Oh, no, we don't. I actually dislike that honk when you're close. That light, if you're in the wrong place, can blind you temporarily, which can be a bad thing because you can't see where you're going. But everybody seems to be on board today. Okay. And we're ready for the next bit. Oh, that player's been around a while. In fact, they both have 200 plus wings. And I need to go over there. Up through the hole. If I can line up properly, down to the cave. Pick up the wing. Head out towards the temple. This was interesting during the days of colour. In fact, I think, yep, those are all from the days of colour. Oh boy, that was not a fun time. There was a huge bug that caused a really unpleasant strobing effect. While technically I don't think it was necessarily capable of triggering a epileptic seizure, there's at least one account where somebody's dog suffered an epileptic seizure from watching it. Yeah, not sure if that's true or not. So then the next thing is, I don't think I've got enough flappies to get to the top, but we'll try it anyway, and I'll try and remember in future. Yeah, not quite enough. Maybe I've been a bit more efficient. But there's a recharge station, which I did not know. That's nice of them. Oh, that's useful. That's a relatively new. I don't think I've seen too many recharge stations here. Alright, that's everything in the village and the temple. Now we head towards the area known as the nest, where there are two. As I exit, well, as I enter the nest area right there, there should be one on an island below and in front of me, and then we head to an island that will be above us and on the left. And if you're part of my usual viewing crew, is that the right word? I know, normally my general policy is not to stream on Sunday. Well, I was bored and I woke up early, I'm sorry. I can always do this again. And now we head towards Sanctuary Islands, where there are 8 more wings. You can see the first one right there. So there's this one. There are 4 essentially in the outside areas and 4 inside. So this is the first one, or at least the first and most obvious one. The next one is over there. In fact, you can't yes, you can just about see it where the flower is. And now it's a bit questionable, do I want to make with this one or to the one on top of the hill here? I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So I'm going to try for this because I will go through the clouds and that should get me there. If you can't fly there directly, as I am attempting, you can use the geyser below that island and it will throw you high enough. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, you can see the geyser down there. That will kick you up. But if you manage to get to the clouds, you should have enough glide height to just come in like this. Pick that up. And then head for the top of the hill over here. You will see there's another wing towards the right. And we'll get that after this. Fortunately, I'm not quite sure if they're thermals per se, but there are wind currents around here which do help enormously. What is that? That glow in the clouds. Is that a glitch? So this is what I'm heading for now. Head down the cliff. Try not to be picked up by the manta. And again, you'll see there's a geyser there, so if you are low on Flappy, you can use the geyser. Next one's round the corner in the Jellyfish Cave. I think that's called the Jellyfish Cave. And it's straight across the water. In fact, you can see it. Unless you get picked up by jellyfish, which I did not want. And the other three, this is the way I get to them. Seems to be the most direct. Pause, line yourself up with the hole in the roof. There we go. Tell you what, this is a lot easier when I'm not picking up candles as well. Miss the jellyfish. Pick up that one. Next one is up there. You can just see the glow. One more to get. I don't normally bother to stop for the crabs, even though technically they are a little dangerous, more dangerous to me than usual. Just fly straight up here, go around the corner, pick up that one, make sure that crab doesn't disturb me, though I don't think that'll be a problem, go home. There we go.